All right, folks, get ready, because we're doing a deep dive today. And you know how we do, head first.
Into the world of gym management software, no less.
And before you peace out thinking boring, trust me, it's way more interesting than it sounds. We're talking QuikCheck Cloud.
It really is something. The guide even calls it the most important piece of equipment a gym has. And, I'm starting to think they might be right.
No kidding, it's like the system running everything behind the scenes, right?
Yep,
Memberships, money, even knowing when the treadmills are all occupied.
exactly. This quick start guide, it stresses how crucial it is to actually master this software. If your gym's going to thrive, you got to go beyond just clicking around. You need to get how each part helps build the whole community vibe.
Okay, so first lesson in Gym Management 101, setting up Google Chrome. But here's the kicker. They don't just mean install it.
Oh no, they get deep into privacy settings, which I did not expect.
Me neither.
Like a good surprise, though. They want you to turn off features that could actually put your members' info at risk.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so like turning off payment methods means even Google can't store your members' credit card info.
Okay, that's smart. Convenience is great, but not if it means risking that kind of data.
Right. And same thing for addresses and more. No tracking where your members are going, Google. It's about respecting boundaries, even when it comes to treadmills and protein shakes.
It's like they snuck in a whole digital ethics lesson. Who knew?
Right. And it doesn't stop there. They're all about turning off those auto-saving things, BUT, big BUT.
Yeah.
You got to allow pop-ups, specifically for the QuikCheK cloud site.
Huh. That seems counterintuitive. Thumb-ups are usually the enemy.
Right. But here, those pop-ups are actually how the software works, right?
Yeah.
It's about finding that sweet spot between, like, keeping things tight but still letting the good stuff through.
Okay, so it's like we're letting QuikCheck into our browser's inner circle, but with strict rules about privacy. Now let's talk about the heart of any gym, the members. How does QuikCheck Cloud handle those?
Imagine a digital filing cabinet, but, like, way smarter. It breaks down everything, adding new people, linking those extra services. They even mentioned insurance details, like if you offer silver sneakers, which is for older folks, and corporate memberships, too, handling all that. It's streamlined.
I love organizations, so that's music to my ears. But what really jumped out at me was all about keeping really detailed notes on members. Why is that so important?
It's that personal touch, right? Imagine a member walks in. You greet them by name, maybe ask about their vacation or if they've hit those fitness goals they were after, all because you've got those little notes right there in their profile.
That's impressive. Little details go a long way. Speaking of variety, what about the types of memberships? I was floored by how many QuikCheck Cloud can deal with.
Oh, it's super versatile. Of course, there's the usual paid in full or the recurring billing, but then it gets really specific. Complimentary memberships, personal training packages, those punt cards. It's built for how people actually use gyms today.
That's smart. Like, they plan for every possibility. Although, one thing caught my eye. The countdown feature for personal training and punch cards sounds kind of like a video game. Haha.
Right. It's actually brilliant. Keeps the gym and the member on the same page. No confusion about how many sessions are left. Just clear, easy tracking for everyone.
Love that. I'm all about simplifying things. Those little things make a huge difference.
You're telling me. And speaking of making life easier, that's where the magic of templates comes in, which the guide talks about next.
Oh, templates are my jam. It's like having those forms already filled out for your most popular memberships.
Exactly. Saves so much time. But even better, it keeps everything consistent. The prices, the terms, even how the data is put in. Less room for error.
Nobody wants surprise fees because someone clicked the wrong button. Not a good look.
For sure. That clarity is crucial when it comes to the, shall we say, less glamorous side of gyms.
You mean actually collecting the money? Haha, gotta keep the lights on.
Exactly. And QuikCheK Cloud seems to have it down. Pat, they've got it all.
Yeah.
Managing those accounts, making the statements, tracking balances.
They're even on top of late fees. It's like having a whole accounting department built right in.
That's one way to put it.
It's wild how they've thought of everything. But real quick, before we move on, what happens if a member's payment doesn't go through?
Ooh, that's a good one. While the guide doesn't get into the nitty-gritty of dealing with those failed payments.
They did mention managing accounts and tracking balances, so gotta have a system for that, right?
Safe to say they've got you covered. Maybe we'll uncover that mystery another time. For now, though, let's switch gears from online money to the actual gym floor, the point-of-sale system.
See, when I think POS, it's all protein shakes and energy bars.
Ah.
But it sounds like QuikCheck Cloud goes way beyond that.
Oh yeah, it's more than just ringing up sales. It's managing that whole world. They cover it all, setting up product categories, think like apparel, supplements, the works, then adding each item with prices, discounts, all of that.
It's like having your own little store inside the gym itself.
Exactly. And just like a good store, it helps you keep track of what you have, how much you're selling, even makes the most of those impulse buys at the counter, which, let's be honest, we've all done.
Haha, true. And let's not forget that cash drawer reconciliation, which they break down too.
Oh yeah, even that remote access they mentioned for making change. That's clever.
Details, details. Seriously, it's like they've thought of everything. But let's shift gears one last time. Talk about the member experience, specifically checking in. You know, that scan your card and hope for the best moment.
It's make or break, right? First impression for the members visit.
For sure. And I'm guessing QuikCheK Cloud has a handle on that too.
You bet. The guide walks you through the basics, but then they hit you with these really cool features, like a hold bin, for example.
A hold bin? Okay, now I'm curious.
So say a member's going on vacation, or maybe they have a medical reason to pause their membership for a bit. The hold bin's how you manage that. Then reactivate everything smoothly when they're ready.
Ah, so it's about being flexible, rolling with those real-life curveballs.
You got it. They even talk about taking member photos during check-in for easy ID.
Smart. No more guessing if it's John or Jim walking up.
Exactly. Makes everything smoother, more personal.
Speaking of personal, what about when a member needs a little extra attention? Like, say they're interested in personal training or have a question about their membership.
That's where the scheduler module comes in. Staff can book appointments, change existing ones, print out daily schedules, even handle cancellations. It's all there.
Wait, so it's for any appointment, not just with trainers?
Exactly. Nutritionist meetings, physical therapy consults, even reserving a tanning bed, anything like that. Keeps everything organized and accessible for everyone.
It's like a personal assistant for the gym schedule. Love that.
Streamlines the entire process. Staff and members both benefit from how efficient it is.
So we've got memberships covered, billing sorted, the POS is humming along, and schedules are running like clockwork. What else does QuikCheK Cloud have up its sleeve?
Well, no gym software would be complete without a killer reporting system, right? Which, like you said earlier, is basically the gym's dashboard.
And what a dashboard. This software keeps track of so much, it's unreal.
Like having a whole team of data analysts working behind the scenes. And the best part, these aren't just static reports. You can filter them, sort them, customize to your heart's content.
So we're talking seeing things like peak hours, popular classes, even which memberships are bringing in the big bucks.
You got it. That data lets gym owners and managers make really smart choices about how to run things.
Working smarter, not harder, as they say. Using data to make the best decisions for the gym and the members. It really is. But it's not just about crunching numbers, is it? We've got to talk about those memberships in detail. The guide gets into some pretty specific situations.
Oh yeah, it's way more than just signing someone up and calling it a day. For example, did you know there's a difference between canceling a membership and marking it as expired?
Okay, yeah, you're going to have to break that down for me. Because to me, those sound like the same thing. The membership is donezo.
Right, it's a common mix-up.
Right.
But canceling, that usually happens before the membership is actually over. So you might end up giving a partial refund, or maybe there's even a fee involved, you know? But when a membership expires, it's usually just run its course, hit that end date naturally.
So it's all about the timing and what happens to the money. Those little distinctions can really trip you up if you're not careful.
Exactly. And the guide is great at laying out those differences. It even gets into all the different statuses a contract can have, like new, renewed, canceled, expired, all of which can affect billing. They're big on clarity and accuracy, which is appreciated.
Transparency is key for everyone involved. Speaking of which, let's talk about billing accounts. It seems like QuikCheK Cloud really goes deep there.
It's like the financial control center of the whole system. Adding accounts, managing them. They even mentioned house accounts, which I thought was interesting. Like if a member wants to just charge things right to their membership.
Oh, smart.
Right. You can view balances, print statements, handle late fees, all the fun stuff.
Haha, the joys of running a business.
Yeah.
But really, it's like they've thought of every possible money situation that could come up in a gym.
Exactly. Having those tools right there, easy to use, it's crucial for managing the financial side of things smoothly and efficiently.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of smooth transactions, the guide then moves on to the point of sale system, or POS. We talked about selling stuff earlier, but this section really dives into the specifics.
It does. This isn't just about ringing someone up. It's about managing that entire POS world, setting up product categories like apparel, supplements, you name it, adding individual items, each with their own price, applying discounts, the works.
Sounds like you're setting up your own little store within the gym.
That's a great way to put it. Just like a well-run store, this system helps you track your inventory, see what's selling, even make the most of those impulse buys we all know and love.
And of course, they don't forget about that cash drawer reconciliation, which is always fun.
Uh-huh, right? They even talk about that remote access feature for making change, which is pretty neat.
It's those little things, they really make a difference. But let's shift gears from the transactional side of things for a sec. Let's talk about the member experience, specifically the check-in process. That moment of truth when you scan your card and hope for a green light.
The pressure is on. It really sets the tone for their whole visit.
Totally. And I'm betting QuikCheK Cloud has that covered.
Oh, you know it. The guide walks you through the basics of getting members checked in, but then they throw in these cool little features, like, have you heard of a hold bin?
Hold bin. No, what's that all about?
So let's say a member's going out of town, or maybe there's a medical reason they need to pause their membership for a bit. The hold bin's how you manage that, and then reactivate everything smoothly when they're ready.
So it's all about having options, being able to accommodate those real-life situations that pop up. Makes sense.
Exactly. And to make that check-in process even smoother, they even talk about snapping a photo of the member when you add them. Makes it easy to put a name to a face, you know?
Oh, for sure. And no more trying to remember, okay, is this John or Jim when they walk up?
Right. It's the little things that make those interactions feel more personal.
Yeah.
And speaking of personal touch, what about when a member needs something specific, like they're thinking about personal training or have a question about their membership? That's where the scheduler module comes in handy. Staff can book appointments, make changes to existing ones, print out those daily schedules, even handle cancellations.
Wait, so you can use it for any appointment, not just training sessions?
You got it. Could be a meeting with a nutritionist, a consult about physical therapy, even just reserving time in the tanning bed. Keeps it all straight.
It's like having a personal assistant for the entire gym schedule. So efficient.
Exactly. Streamlined for everyone, which is always the goal.
Absolutely. So we've got our memberships all set, billing is taken care of, the POS system's humming along, schedules are running smoothly. What else does QuikCheK Cloud have in store for us?
Well, what good is a gym management software without a top-notch reporting system, right? And like you said before, that's essentially the gym's dashboard.
It's incredible how much information this thing keeps track of.
It's mind-blowing, honestly. It's like having a whole team of data analysts working behind the scenes 24/7. And these aren't just your average boring reports either. You can filter them, sort them, customize them 6 ways to Sunday.
So we're talking being able to see peak hours, which classes are a hit, even which memberships are the most profitable.
You got it. And with that kind of knowledge, owners and managers can make those really informed decisions that can take their business to the next level.
Working smarter, not harder, like we were saying. And we're back, ready to wrap things up with our QuikCheK Cloud deep dive. We've been through a lot, privacy settings, payments, you name it. But knowing this stuff is only half the battle, right?
You got it. It's about putting all those pieces together and seeing how it actually plays out in the gym for both staff and members.
Exactly. When it all works, you get those smooth check-ins, those personal interactions, and of course, no one's stressing about billing surprises. It's how you build that community. But with so much to this software, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. What advice would you give someone just starting out with QuikCheK Cloud?
Honestly, don't try to learn everything at once. Start with the basics. Get comfortable moving around the system, learn how to add members and handle their info, understand how the billing works. Once you've got those down, then you can start exploring all the cool extra features.
Makes sense. It's like you wouldn't start learning a new dance by jumping into the most complicated move. Get those basic steps down first.
Exactly. And just like with dancing, practice makes perfect. The more you use QuikCheK Cloud, the easier it gets. Don't be afraid to click around and test things out. Actually, the guide even encourages that. Sometimes the best way to learn is just to dive in and do it.
Plus, don't forget about all those resources they mentioned. Tutorials, customer support, they've got your back if you get stuck.
For sure. There's always a helping hand. Learning a whole new system can seem tough at first, but trust me, it's worth it. Especially here. Mastering QuikCheK Cloud can make your gym run smoother, more efficiently, and in the end, that means more success.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, folks, that's a wrap on our gym management software deep dive for today. We went deep on QuikCheK Cloud, from the little details to the big picture impact.
It's been a pleasure exploring all this with you. And for everyone out there who's ready to dive even deeper into the world of QuikCheck Cloud, remember what we always say, knowledge is power. So keep learning, keep experimenting, and who knows, maybe we'll see you on the next deep dive.
You got it. Until then, keep those fitness goals high and your software skills even higher. Catch you next time.